Hello and welcome. So, as usual, schedules are the worst. And so Fallen Empires is not showing up today. Instead, we've got some more art adventures in Sideria, the Breath of the Wild-based campaign. As per usual, I am your host, Alex. I talk about my amazing concepts, and then people who are more talented than me draw them for whatever reason they chose to be here. With me today, we have Atwas.
Hi, I chose to be here.
Atwas chose to be here. And currently, that's it!
Woo!
Woo! Queen might be joining us later. Who knows, honestly. So,
We'll see.
We'll see. So, this time around, we are taking a little venture into the southwestern desert of Sideria. You might be thinking, oh, that's just like the southwestern desert of the Gerudo Desert in Breath of the Wild. This is just a ripoff. Wrong! They're not Gerudo there. Mostly it's dwarves. It's a lot of dwarves.
So, when you say desert, are you thinking more like African desert and like rolling sand dunes and shit like that? Or are you thinking like Southwest United States desert?
Let me look over the various locations I had planned to populate the desert, and I can get a better idea of it for you. Yeah. Because both of them do sound really cool, and honestly, D&D needs to do a lot more southwestern desert.
They really do. Listen, there's just a lot of shit. There's a lot of flora and fauna that is uniquely hostile. It's not all just sand dunes and shit.
Right.
Also, cactuses. Cactuses are cool. They only exist in the Americas, which I know I will repeat it a whole lot, but that fact blew my fucking mind when I actually realized that. I was like, wait, only American deserts have cactuses? What?
What? Alright, so, looking at the various locations that kind of populate the desert section, there's absolutely nothing that indicates one way or the other. So therefore, I'm going with the American Southwest.
Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, it just make dwarves, Southwest, cowboy prospecting shit, mines.
Exactly.
It just makes perfect fucking sense.
Dwarves with a bunch of southern accents as people go, what the fuck?
Where's my Scottish dwarf?
Mm-hmm. Why's every dwarf gotta be Scottish? Why'd you think about that?
Dwarves running seedy southwestern fucking saloons and shit. These one-stop mining towns. It just really writes itself. It's so fucking good.
Friggin' beautiful is what it is.
Also, just man, the variety of. I think about deserts a lot through necessity.
Through necessity. Seeing as, we live in the southern United States.
Woo! We sure fucking... Dude, the deserts are very different as well. Like, the fucking Chihuahuan Desert is different from the Sonoran Desert, is different from, all... Yeah, it's a whole thing. Do you happen to know the, name of the primary desert in Texas, or no?
Not off the top of my head, but I do have the entirety of the internet at my fingertips.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
There is no reason. Okay, so, Chihuahuan Desert is in a lot of West Texas.
Gotcha. Yeah, because New Mexico. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is tangentially related to deserts and towns of the like. The other day, I went to the Fort Worth Zoo, and they have a whole section at the back of the zoo dedicated to the wildlife of Texas. You think, why would they need that? We live in Texas. But it's actually really cool, because it opens with a recreation of a Boot Hill, one-stop western middle of nowhere town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then you go through, bridge over a swamp to see some gators and some bears. You go into a cave that has bats in it. Then you go into the desert section where they got coyotes and ocelots and jaguars, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I don't think jaguars are in Texas. And they're not. They're in southern Mexico, but don't worry about it.
Close, very, very close enough.
But close enough, yeah. Yeah, they kind of stress the definition of what Texas is to include Mexico, but still, it's friggin' rad.
Yeah, there's at the Phoenix Zoo, there's a similar, have like different trails. They have like the Africa Trail. They have like the South American Trail. They also have the Arizona Trail, which is all just, just local wildlife. Man, there are so many different types of rattlesnakes in Arizona, baby. Woo!
So many
like
types.
13, I think 13 types of rattlesnakes, maybe more. But also they have a shit ton of just really cool raptors. They've got burrowing owls, and the burrowing owls are really, really fucking cute. And like roadrunners are awesome, and vultures. They've got fucking eagles. They have ringtail cats. If you've never seen a ringtail, please do yourself a favor and look them up because they're so fucking cute.
Oh yeah, ringtail cats. I think ringtail cats were also in the Fort Worth Zoo.
Yeah,
they are amazing. They were right across from the second most beautiful animal in the world, the coati-mundi. If you've never seen a coati-mundi, I encourage you look it up right now and behold its majesty.
Just look at that snoot, baby. It's so good.
Look at that friggin' snoot.
But yeah, no, desert's totally slept on. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Southwestern United States needs more representation in media.
With not everything cowboy. Some cowboy is very good.
Cowboy is very good. I swear we're not all cowboys and hillbillies.
This is your reminder, by the way, that the history of Levi jeans overlaps with when Dracula was supposedly alive. And so just picture Dracula in some fucking tight, hip-hugging cowboy Levi's, baby.
Hell yeah.
Just cowboy Dracula, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Internet. Yeah, but like, low-key, there's been an idea kicking in the back of my head for a couple months now about what if Dark Souls-like game set in the American Southwest?
Honestly, that'd be fucking great.
Really would, though, yeah.
Dude, and like, consider the fucking, first off, the terrain, but also like the amount of like subterranean cavern shit as well, and caves that are common. There's just so much. There's so much to do.
There's so much. Like, there's a tourist trap cave that's like 20 miles from my house. I keep passing by the sign for it whenever we drive down the highway to go anywhere.
Have you ever been?
When I was in the 3rd grade.
Nice.
Isn't that Red Dead? Red Dead is Grand Theft Auto in the American Southwest.
The two games have very different vibes when it comes to vibes and combat and mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
Very, very different.
Right, should we actually
We
get
probably should.
get into the actual stuff? Alright.
Let me just save this real quick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The good sheriff deserves to live.
Yeah. There's so much effort put into the good sheriff here. We can't just let him die.
Cactus druids.
Cactus druids. Alright. We're good to clear the sheriff.
The deed has been done.
We hardly knew ye. Alright. So, there are a couple of different locations out here in the desert, which we've now decided is the American Southwestern Desert. With some, like, fantasy invasions here and there, because the desert borders a lot of different regions of sideria. It's fine. Don't worry about it. There might or might not be, like, dinosaurs that wander in, be like, there's no food here, and wander back out.
Nice.
Nice. Right. So, I'm just looking at various different locations. Now, Chad, if you want to, you could choose between a couple that I think would be really cool, or I could just choose for you if your choosing brains aren't on today. So,
I still want to hear him first.
cool. Alright, so, various settlements in and around the desert. There is one town that is called Forgotten Fingers, which is surrounded by, like, big old obsidian rocks that jut out like fingers of a big hand surrounding the town. And it's full of a bunch of, like, very grumpy people who may or may not be ex-cons, but all of them go to Forgotten Fingers because they want to be left the fuck alone. Then there is the trading post of, Ben Thurum. Ben is in the name, and then, new word, Thurum. Spelling things is hard.
Sorry, Thruum, right?
Thurum.
Got it.
Got it. Yeah, which is trading post, because we're doing the American Southwest theme. It's, one of those set up by the day. It's a mining town. Oh, there's nothing to mine? Alright, bye. And just abandoned by the side of the road. We're not that stage yet, but we're in the middle of it. And then there's the big dwarven city at the very southwestern coast. Khagladar. Khaglodar.
One word, hyphenated, two
One
words.
word. Spelling things is hard.
It really is.
How can we mix some traditional dwarven sprawling forges with the Southwest? We're gonna find out later, but that's not what we're really gonna do. We're gonna draw some characters, because characters are a lot easier than backgrounds.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. And then, well, I have 6 locations. We'll start with 4, and we'll see if we get to the last 2 later. The 4th location is something I haven't figured out a name for yet, so we're just gonna call it Medusa's Casino. It's a casino run by a Medusa.
Fuck yes. Love it already.
It's beautiful is what it is. So, those are some choices, chat. If you don't want me to choose for you, then choose your fate, and we shall see what type of people live in the desert.
Alright.
I think overwhelmingly, within the first couple seconds, people are like, I want to see the casino. I want to see the casino. I want to see the...
Yeah, it just makes sense.
It just makes sense. Alright. So, the Medusa's Casino. So, the story of this casino is that there were 3 different monsters notable for prowling the Underdark and dark caverns of the world. There was a Medusa, a Mind Flayer, and an Oni. And they were like, man, I sure do like skulking around, killing people and taking their stuff, but that requires a whole lot of effort and risk. And then one of them was like, you know what people really like to do? Spend money. And they were like, okay, let's set up a casino and rob a bunch of idiots.
Is it really robbing, though? If people are just...
It's metaphorical robbing. Like, people come up here and just do their shit.
People just come up here and give us money. They just won't stop giving us money. It's not our fault.
I mean, we tried to tell them they might have a gambling addiction. That just made them give us money harder.
Goes to reference... New Vegas casinos.
Vegas casinos. Thank you, Fallout New Vegas, for giving us the American Southwest vibe in a video game we've all been craving.
God, yes. Alright. You said maybe we should focus on characters, and I'm over here like I kind of just want to draw a fucking casino.
I'm not gonna stop you. You're the one. You're the one who can draw.
We'll figure something out. So, like, kind of, what more is?
All right.
Is the casino themed?
I have not thought about that yet. It's a traveling casino, though, so...
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They can, like, pick up the tables, like, put them into a bag of holding or something similar to that, and move on whenever the rubes start getting, too hard to fool, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's staffed by, those three. I can spell out the names, because once we get into monster names, fuck knows how to spell those.
Alright.
Basically, Zudranea is the Medusa, and she works as the bouncer. Zudrunea. Yeah. Zudranea is the bouncer. She's the one looking out, seeing, oh, we got adventures coming. Cheese it! Then the Mind Flayer is named Zagavakt, starts with a Z, like Zudranea. Aggevakt.
Okay.
Yeah, Zagavakt, Zag to his friends, works as the bartender. Because who wouldn't want to drink liquids handed to you by a man with a cephalopod for a face?
You know, if anyone knows their business, it'd be him.
Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, is the Oni security guard. She usually works in the back, comes in whenever adventurers start making a fight. Her name is Trarig. Trarig. Together, they cause crime.
God, yes. Alright. So also begs the question, what kind of gambling exists in a pseudo-fantasy Southwestern D&D world?
I am glad you asked, because not only is the Medusa's Casino modified from something that was an actual encounter, but also, I have somewhere in my pile of PDFs a book about various gambling games that I can incorporate into D&D.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alright, let me find the actual Medusa's Casino first, so we know their defaults. Alright. So, just scrolling through, don't mind me. So, there are a couple of different games. The three main ones. One is called Boneyard, where a whole bunch of people all gather around a table, and it's kind of like, I'm trying to figure out what's the frickin' word for it. You spin the wheel and a ball lands on
Roulette.
one of the numbers. Roulette, thank you. Alright. It's kind of like the roulette where people try to figure out, hey, what's gonna land on this table of 66? And I'm gonna put my bet's gonna land on this one, this one, this one. Don't land on these or else the house gets it all. And it, of course, like... So the Medusa's Casino doesn't exactly cheat, but the odds, of course, are in the house's favor, because otherwise it's not a real casino.
Yeah. We're going for realism here.
We're going for realism here.
So
And-
how... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to talk about the two other games. There is one called Gold Digger. Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger. But it's basically you draw a card, and then you have a number of chances to draw through the deck to hope to get a match for that card's number. So, like, if you got a... Oh, so basically, you have a 7, so you draw 7 cards and hope to get a match. You get a 2? Tough luck, buddy. You only have 2 chances to get a match. Have fun. Stuff like that. There's more complex rules. I'm just giving the basis of it. And then the third attraction is arm wrestling the Oni. Which turns out poorly for everyone who tries, because she's a fucking Oni.
So, on average, how many people actually decide to do that in a day, I wonder?
Well...
And does anyone ever won?
I'm sure some people theoretically have won. Not a lot. Because, well, because Oni, and there are very few people who can out-wrestle an ogre in general, let alone one that's typically referred to as an ogre mage. That being said, Trareg is very picky about who she chooses, and she usually goes for the one who brags a lot about their strength and doesn't have that much strength, which, given dwarves populate the area, is most of the population.
What equivalent classes are the other two? Or quote-unquote classes?
Quote-unquote classes. Quote-unquote classes would be, Zag kinda is like a... Zag's kind of like a wizard. And Zudranea is kind of like a rogue. They don't really have a whole lot of class features, it's mostly just their natural talent, baby. Because I don't know if you knew this, chat, but a Medusa, an Oni, and a Mind Flayer are all pretty high-level threats in Dungeons & Dragons. So they don't need a whole lot of backup if it's 3 of them working together.
So how did they meet, other than, you know, being the biggest baddies in the Underdark?
They, Sorry, I'm just racking my brain trying to think that up.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So Mind Flayers in their colonies populate the southwestern region of Sideria's Underdark. And, some slight spoilers, but Zudranea used to be part of one of the royal courts of Sideria, under Queen Harfelis, the Lamia Queen. She got the fuck out while the getting was good, took some of the immortality juice with her, and fled to the desert, where she happened to meet up with Zag. As for Trareg, Onis go wherever the fuck they want, man. She was in the right place at the right time. And they were just, you know, sharing some war stories before Zudranea was like, I like money. Adventurers and people who prospect have a lot of money. Let us team up and get their money from them. And that was a great idea. Also, chat, hello. Thank you for the raid. And also, Sleepy. Thank you for being gay for this Oni. You're gonna be gay for a lot of these characters, apparently. I mean, that's just... I just have this effect. I describe a character, and then people become gay for them.
Oh no. How terrible.
Oh no, I'm so good.
You've never used this power for anything but good in your life.
Not once. Also, it's probably going to be just me and Atwas for a while. We will see when Queen comes back. Ah, I see we've gotten to the ooh-ah section of the lo-fi.
There's always got to be at least one.
Mm-hmm. So one particular fun fact to note as I made the Medusa's Casino, they can tell if marks are adventurers or the like, and or not regulars, by if they try to knock or otherwise announce their presence, because only people with a massive ego would announce their presence before coming to a casino, and those types of people are adventurers.
So how would one, if one in particular had the largest balls on this side of Sideria, how would one go about pseudo-effectively cheating in a place like this?
Well, sleight of hand checks are likely involved under the watchful, petrifying eyes of a Medusa. Again, biggest balls in all of Sideria to try and cheat a Medusa while she's looking at you. Yeah, it's like a case of trying to switch out some dice for loaded ones, trying to switch out some cards and mark them. Basically, like, close range magic. And hope to God no one sees you. In fact, let me go double check at what level it becomes not a deadly fight for a party of, let's say, 4 adventurers to take on a Medusa, a Mind Flayer, and an Oni.
Oh, excellent.
Alright. Ah, I see Kobold Fight Club has moved their URL. Very helpful. Alright. So, for reference, Mind Flayer, combat rating of 7. Medusa, combat rating of 6. Oni, combat rating of 7. So, obviously, level 7, you get wiped. Level 8, you get wiped. Level 9, you get wiped. Level 10, you get wiped. Level 11, you get wiped. Oh, level 12, you have a chance against Medusa, Mind Flayer, and an Oni. So again, biggest balls in Sideria. Yeah, I would not classify Medusa as combat rating 3. I know combat rating is kinda jank in D&D 5th edition, but a Medusa has a chance to, like, bam, snap their fingers, you're out. For a while, until level 9 can reliably unpetrify you. I would not put that at level 3. Like, oh, Banshee can instantly drop you to 0 hit points? Sure, level 2 combat rating. Little weird, but at least, you know, healing exists. Petrification is nasty at low levels. And you have the chance to just, bam, instantly get destroyed.
What's the other bullshit monster? Were they called, like, shadows or something? Or shades?
Oh yeah, shadows drain your strength. I don't think there's any other monster in the monster manual that targets your stats instead of you.
It's great, because if you go down to 0 strength, you die. And they can swarm you. And also, what are they? I think they're like CR2 or something like that. And also they can duplicate themselves,
Shadow,
if I recall correctly.
Shadow. Combat rating 1/2. So chat's offering up some more bullshit low-level combat rating. Intellect Devourer, also bad, can kill you at CR2, straight up. Ghouls, combat rating 1/4, on-hit paralyze.
Oh, those are nasty. Get 4 of them on one person? Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh man, they're just undead. I don't see the problem. Oh my god! Oh. Some fun shadow times in the chat, including Sleepy, almost killing a monk with a strength of 8. And then, Asriel. First ever experience with shadows was a group of 8 attacking our all-caster party.
Man. I'm so sorry. Did people die?
I can only assume!
I would hope so at that point, you know?
Alright. Onyx brings up a big good point. I don't know how CR is calculated, but it's wrong. I'm gonna scroll through the monster manual real quick and give an example of how great combat rating is. Okay, Metallic Dragons. Brass Dragon Wormling. 16 hit points, combat rating 1. Level 3 party could conceivably kill it in 1 round. Okay. Gold Dragon Wormling. Combat rating 3, 60 hit points. Breath Weapon 4d10 can kill the whole party in 1 round. At level 3.
Hope you didn't dump con.
Hope you didn't
and
dump
you rolled
con.
high.
Listen, everyone knows, unless you're playing a wizard or an artificer, intelligence is your dump stat. Intelligence is the dump stat of 5th edition. What I think the real problem is with D&D combat rating calculation is they have a table for it, now that I'm recalling, in the Dungeon Master's Guide. How to make your own thing. If damage per round equals this, and AC equals this, and blah 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 blah, put it up to the highest applicable combat rating. But it doesn't factor in bullshit abilities. Now, I say bullshit abilities, but some of them aren't bullshit. Some of them are just, well, of course, the dragon's gonna have fire breath and it's gonna hurt. Some of them, however, are bullshit, like, oh, if you fail the Banshee save, you just drop 0 hit points immediately. There's no way to really calculate that with the tools you've been given, so Wizards of the Coast grossly misunderestimates how lethal a Banshee can be.
Yeah, and also, I feel like they don't always take into account when classes actually start getting really effective and can easily, or not easily, but reasonably mitigate damage and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because I would argue the majority of classes don't get really effective until level 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of them get good at level 3. Most get good at level 5.
Time to look up some decent Oni reference.
Oh boy.
There is a lot of variety.
Yep. I will say probably the blue-skinned Oni is one I'm looking for.
Cool.
Naturally, one of the first results when I look for Oni D&D is a buff woman. So, Google knows what's up.
It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have it any other way?
Buff woman. Good. And good. Alright, so, while we're talking about combat rating and how it's bullshit, let me take you back to the early days of Alex playing D&D, so that, you can all learn how I learned combat rating is bullshit, but you should also probably pay attention to it. So, as a random encounter for my level 2 or 3 party in D&D 4th edition, yes, I know, but that was the edition that was out when I started playing D&D. That's what I had available. As a random encounter, I had a group of bandits that was being led by something called, I believe, a Tiefling Blackblade. Which, is basically a Tiefling Rogue with a appropriate challenge rating to face down one member of a level 9 party. Now, I thought, oh, this could be an appropriate, like, boss monster or hard encounter for a level 3 party. He one-shot one of the characters by rolling really bad. I realized, oh, this is a random encounter. They're not gonna have a chance to hit him because they're doing fuck and all damage to him. I just had him leave and the rest of the bandits kept attacking.
You all aren't worth my time.
Mm-hmm. Ah, you're too weak. Farewell. Swoots. And that's how Alex learned there's a fine science to encounter balancing, and no one has ever understood it.
I've never balanced an encounter in my life. Then again, no matter what I do, I can never predict how long it will actually take people to do things.
Mm-hmm. Now here's the good news. D&D, at the very least, is not a balanced game. And that's a good thing. And that's a good thing. Oh, do you want a perfectly balanced PvP combat? Too fucking bad. Play something that's not D&D.
Asking for anything to be perfectly balanced is an exercise in futility, though.
It is an exercise in futility. But, like, overcoming impossible odds or being the impossible odds... Hell, if you want to go get 12 hireling fighters and go storm the castle, go for it. That's the beauty of D&D. It doesn't have to be balanced to be fun. So... It looks like, as I scroll through the chat, and I'm sharing stories and they're sharing some of theirs, Onyx is having some war flashbacks to Ice and a Bear Trap.
If it's the one I recall correctly, is this the Moonlight Trap? If so, I'm still proud of that. That was so stupid. It was the dumbest fucking shit. Oh, no, the fucking in battle. Okay, yeah, no, it was also nonsense. I was, like, kiting people through a door and trying to, like, predict who's gonna go where and set up a trap in the it was just bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Which reminds me of another very interesting, like, article / discussion of how traps in D&D work that I'll talk about later, because also in the chat, Sleepy is discussing a homebrew monster with Regan and Flesh to Stone as legendary actions. Now, Sleepy. Flesh to Stone, as we have discussed, is powerful because petrification is very powerful. A Medusa can just kind of snap her fingers and you're fucking done if you roll bad. And if I recall correctly, it takes like 3 applications of Flesh to Stone to petrify. Now, if they're legendary actions, theoretically, you could just bam, 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 and immediately take someone out before they have a turn. So yes, that would be hard to beat, but beware the power of rocks, Sleepy. Anyway, the trap thing, my thing about traps in Dungeons & Dragons is I like them. I am a sucker for, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark and that opening sequence where Indy's going through the temple and everything's trying to shoot him. But traps are hilariously underpowered in D&D 5th edition. Plus, passive perception of rogues, as we know through Malifane Lythos, is typically stupid high and would be able to see any trap that exists in a 3-mile radius. Now, the argument for how to make traps better is to take some inspiration, circling back a little bit to an earlier discussion, take some inspiration from Dark Souls. Now, in Dark Souls, you can just be moseying along, and then suddenly you hear a click and a boulder drops on your head, and you think, wow, what the fuck was that? And then it happens again, and you start looking for what it was, and then you notice, like, a little detail in the environment that indicates, oh, this is where the boulder drops. And then mimics get you, and you're like, what the fuck? And then you notice, oh, mimics have the chain that looks different from regular treasure chest. And that is what I think will make traps effective, and make your players feel like geniuses for overcoming them. By having it be consistent, of course, but also having them be hard to find in the environment, but have a consistent hint as to where they are. Thank you, the Angry GM. You have a whole lot of really good articles that have helped me rethink parts that suck about D&D vanilla. This is, of course, discounting, like, cinematic traps, like, oh, all the doors are locked and the room's filled with water. That one you just fucking trigger because you're the DM and it looks cool. Also, yeah, making the traps actually hurt is also a fine line to walk. There are damage tables. They work fine. But traps are always, like, obstacles and not calculated as part of an encounter, so... Like, the assumption in Traps Vanilla is, oops, I got hit with a dart. Oh well. Cast Cure Wounds. We're good. Keeps moving. The assumption in Vanilla is also that you will telegraph deadly traps and not make the Tomb of Horrors, which sucks ass! Hot take.
Oh,
Well,
the hottest, apparently.
While I'm sure the Tomb of Horrors worked fine for what Gary Gygax intended back in 1st edition, the 5th edition conversion of the Tomb of Horrors is accurate, but it sucks ass. Now, it sucks ass because you're expected to just poke around and try things to do until you find the one thing that works in a dungeon where poking around will kill you. Or do worse things to you. Tomb of Horrors can eat my whole ass.
Games modernized and improved for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the old shit didn't always, you know, work the best. We've learned.
Yep. And also, the Acererak riddle in particular is bullshit, because it's not helpful. It is the most cryptic shit, and when you figure out what it's supposed to be referring to, you think, how the fuck? How the fuck could anyone think of that?
I'm a wizard, fuck you.
I'm a wizard,
that
fuck
just
you.
That just seems to describe Acererak in very many accurate ways.
I am a wizard. Fuck you! Wizards are the bane of society, and you should always try to hit them.
They're the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm. Isn't the riddle also a total lie? No. It is technically accurate. Technically speaking, it's accurate. And that's the problem with the riddle. You think of what it refers to, think back on what you went through, and then instead of going, oh, okay, you go, what the fuck? On the plus side, though, it did accidentally reference Transformers before Transformers become a thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, part of the Sarac riddle in Tomb of Horrors is the Iron Men of Visage Grim do more than meets the viewer's eye.
No! Oh god. Fucking
Sarac
incredible.
loves Transformers! Confirmed! Now, I will say, in a Sarac's defense, if the goal was to make an impenetrable tomb, he's done that. Because it's just so full of bullshit that no one could feasibly be expected to go through without knowing the answers already, and thus, he'd be perfectly safe keeping his treasures there. From an in-story perspective, the design makes sense. From a playing the game perspective, the Tomb of Horrors fucking sucks. It's not even fun to kill the players in. Like, you're not gonna get any joy of saying, oh, you stood in a room too long, so a steamroller falls on you and you just die.
Woo.
Whoa.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Realistic does not equal good game design in the majority of cases, actually.
Yeah. I want to add a touch of realism to my D&D game. It's a thing you should run screaming from whenever a DM brings it up.
Ha, it's not water, it's mercury. That means you touched it and you now die.
Ah, you fools, didn't you know this dungeon was actually filled with an invisible, odorless, scentless, tasteless, soundless gas? You ignite the torch and it explodes and you die.
Well, time to roll up new characters.
Mm-hmm. Somehow the Tomb of Evinrude's more fair, at least you get free revives. Yeah, that was my invention, because that was a just kind of fuck it session where I didn't have anything prepared, but I did have a similarly very mean trap-filled dungeon, and I'm like, let's just keep killing everyone and bringing them back. Nothing matters. Now I'm trying to think of, like, other bullshit the original editions of D&D did that would not fly today.
Oh man.
There's a lot. I think what the problem is that it was really fast to make a character in the first editions of D&D, and you have to put a lot into it now. So if you just put a frickin', oh, it's actually methane and you just die immediately, trap in 5th edition D&D, you get a lot of angry players. I roll to disbelieve the wall. I think that's my favorite bullshit from first couple of editions.
Please explain. Is it some bullshit illusion nonsense?
It is exactly bullshit illusion nonsense. So, one way that dungeons could be spiced up is some of the walls could be illusions. If you have a feeling it is, you just walk up to it and try really hard to not believe in the wall anymore. The exact phrasing is, roll to disbelieve.
Incredible.
Fucking
credible.
So I've seen some stories of younger generations of D&D playing with some of the older folks from the early days of D&D who would constantly go, I roll to disbelieve at various walls. You can roll to disbelieve almost anything, like, I roll to disbelieve the pit in front of me if there's like a hidden bridge.
It's just fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope you know your DM very well, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Is my DM the kind of guy who would put up an illusory wall and not mention anything about it until I disbelieve it? So I have to check every wall of the dungeon just to be sure. Yeah, like, that's... Well, obviously being a very smart boy looking back at generations of a game where I was not alive to play them. My thing with that is, once you do it once, they're gonna do it with every wall, just to be sure.
Which, I mean, if you're playing that way, or rather playing versus the players that way, I wouldn't fucking blame them, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering the consequences.
I'd roll to disbelieve the wall. Alright, you disbelieve the wall, and there's a machine gun behind it. It shoots you and you're dead.
Roll a new character.
Roll
idiot.
a new character, idiot. Amazing, same brain cell. God, make a dungeon that's just illusory walls. At one point I was going to. I was going to make an illusory hedge maze in Sideria at one point. Then I was going to revamp of various locations because I didn't want all of them to be, here lies a dungeon with a terrible beast, because that's a lot to map out and would get really boring and have no feasible way of crossing it. And I looked at the illusory wall hedge maze, I looked at where it was placed, and I was like, this is stupid. And I scrapped it. This is really stupid. There wasn't even any monsters or any traps in the maze. You just entered it and it was all illusory walls. So, on the one hand, for a certain type of game, I would love it. But, it's objectively very stupid. Here's Alex's DM tip, number 37. Sometimes you're gonna have bad ideas and take like a year to recognize it. Anyway, so far I am gay for these women.
Good, absolutely. This is, listen, you give me prompts of characters, and that is your power, therefore I must do my best to comply.
Thank you very much. Is it better or worse to see problems like that in hindsight? Listen, I sometimes think of embarrassing moments from when I was 7. It is so much worse to realize there was a problem in hindsight. It's good that you recognize it, but it's going to haunt you for the rest of your days. Anxiety's fun.
Woo.
Ooh. I thought that was just social anxiety. It's social anxiety too. This time it's personal. Like, I'm thinking back to more first edition bullshit. I know, like, monsters that exist only to look like other things are definitely from first edition, like cloakers. Surprise, idiot, that's not a stalactite. That's a giant bat cloak. Ropers. Surprise, idiot! That's not a stalagmite. It's got tentacles.
What's the one where, like, the only thing you can do is fall? Is it that same one that you just mentioned? Just remember, it's fucking... They're all stupid.
They're all really stupid. Yeah, there's a creature that exists solely to fall on you and then die.
That's right. God.
I don't remember what it's called, but now I'm thinking to other really stupid Dungeons and Dragons monsters. Not stupid in who would ever evolve this is bullshit, but stupid as in who would ever evolve this is the worst idea you've ever had, Gary. And it's called the Duck Bunny.
Okay. Say more right now.
So you know how there is the owl bear, which is a magical beast mixture of an owl and a bear.
Right.
So there's also the Duck Bunny.
Is it a dangerous, terrifying beast that strikes fear into the hearts of all adventurers?
Lord, no!
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna open up a new tab real quick so that I can show the world the Duck Bunny. Behold, chat. Do you see? It's terror.
Oh, terror. Horror.
So, there's obviously a Thaco here, so it's very old edition, but let me summarize all these stats. Bad. I'd say about the level of an actual duck and or bunny. It doesn't even have an attack, it just exists, yeah. It's beautiful. You're right, chat. The Duck Bunny is trying its best.
I think one of my... It isn't stupid as in useless, it's just stupid as in... Why make this? Who would use this? What is this? What... It's called a black ball. And it's the dumbest shit. It's just... I think it might have been first or second edition, and it was like BLAC, BAL or something, some nonsense like that. But the gist of it is that it's just a black ball. It's kind of like a moving sphere of annihilation that is controlled by nobody and has no intellect, and you can't do anything to it. It just kind of slowly wanders around. Or I think maybe you can control it after some like ridiculous save or check or something, and it just obliterates shit. If you touch it, you're just fucked. It's so strange.
You just freaking die.
You just freaking die.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, people barely use the Sphere of Annihilation in things. Why the hell do you think I would use the Black Ball? combat. The black ball is worth 8,000 experience in 2nd edition. It has no hit points and an AC of 10, since everything from melee attacks to spells have no effect on it.
It's just so fucking stupid.
.5 asking for DC 38 saves to not die. Fun. Now I'm thinking about, like, God, how high exactly do the 4th edition saving throws get? You know, I have the books. I will be right back, and I will get one of the books, and I will figure out how high the saving throws will get in that shit. Be right back.
Take your guesses now, chat. I think I've definitely seen. I feel like I've seen maybe 40 on the higher end, maybe, but that's just a guess.
Gather around, Dungeoneers. For when last we went through these adventures, we entered the dungeon of the Black Something or Other. It was at least 37 levels deep, and our heroes were about to go 1 level deeper, but first a room lay before them. You open the door, and inside it is a whole-ass planet. You have found Alabar, opener of the way.
Oh my god.
Oh, there are no saving throws in 4th edition, so oops.
Surely there must be something, like, relatively equivalent.
It's, there are 4 defenses. It's armor class, fortitude, reflex, and will, basically based on the highest of your strength and con, your dexterity and intelligence, and then your wisdom and charisma. So, Alabar strikes out with a tentacle, rolling plus 35 versus your armor class. We could still get super stupid high numbers.
Oh my god.
Alright, I strike him with my sword. You've taken off a few hit points. How many hit points does it have? I have a class feature that lets me know that, probably. Its maximum hit points are 1,100.
Nice.
Nice. I'm just using Alabar, Opener of the Way, as an example, because there are probably a whole lot of creatures that are level 30 solos. Alabar is the only one that's a fucking planet, and it's stupid as hell. Oh wait, Lolth the Spider Queen, same book, is actually level 35 solo. She has 634 hit points times 2 because she transforms. Which I guess technically is more than Alabar, Opener of the Way, but come on. Oh, never fucking mind. She rolls plus 40 versus armor class.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. If, you want to go fight Lolth. Is Tiamat in there? I don't think Tiamat's in here. She might be in a separate book that I do not have. I sure hope the trove is still up, because I might know exactly which one that is. It's not. D&D 4E Tiamat stats. Google says. Yeah, they are in the Draconomicon, which I don't have. This is 5th edition stats. That is not Tiamat. 4th edition. Isn't that in addition to a D22? Yes! So it's just plus 40 straight up, and then D20. Off the top of my head, I think the 4th edition books I have stats for Lolth, Vecna, Orcus, and Demogorgon. So, for the big bads, if you want to choose between some of the classics, I don't think I have Tiamat, though. Unfortunate. Also, does a 59 hit your AC? I know I should be saving this picture right here, but I will not rest until I find Tiamat stats somewhere online.
Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
Alright, so that link is broken. That link is broken. That link might work. It is stretched as hell, but it looks like it works. Alright. So, where the fuck is Tiamat's stats? Page 244. This is very important, chat. This is very, very important to me.
We're here to learn.
Alright. Tiamat! Founder. Alright. Tiamat's health, 1610. She's got 5 whole actions because of 5 whole ass heads. Each head can take a standard action, so that's, like, at the worst possible thing, 5 claws, which are plus 38 versus AC each, and 40-10 plus 12 damage each. That's Tiamat in 4th edition. So, a little bit busted, but you're fighting a god, so... it's supposed to be busted.
Also, the amount the numbers game has, I don't want to say decreased, I guess that's the best term for it, since, trying to pare everything down to a reasonable level in 5th edition, like, man, it's really, personally, because I never played an extensive amount of 4th edition or even 3.5, it's just going back to those old stat blocks, being like, oh god, but what does it actually mean?
Ooh. Yeah, God, yeah. I think I have the Elder Evils 3.5 edition from when they were finishing off 3.5 and moving on to 4E, and looking at some of those stat blocks. Those are some wordy motherfuckers. In fact, there had to be, a disclaimer near the beginning of the book, where one of the writers was like, now there are probably some of you out there saying an ancient red dragon would kick sand in the Elder Evils' faces. But the Elder Evils have lots of abilities that would make that particularly hard.
Oh my god.
And I would just like to say to that dude, the first one is a floating undead head in space that's the size of a moon. It's okay to admit that would beat a dragon. But yeah, Elder Evils is a pretty neat book. The majority of the Cthulhu world-ending nightmares in that book, actually pretty cool. Some of them less cool, but most of them pretty cool. Sargon the Returner sucks, but most of them are pretty cool. Onyx says, thank you for giving a mind player a suit. It's only correct.
He's a bartender. He's gotta have, like, the whole, like, bartender vibe thing going on,
Gotta have some class.
If I'm going for the saloon vibe, I'm going for the saloon vibe.
would like to have lunch with these three. Well, I have some good news, Sleepy to Sheepy. Food and drink at the Medusa's casino is free.
As long as you keep playing, naturally.
Yeah, as long as you keep playing, of course. They're not gonna feed any freeloading bum who comes in. Oh man, it's been great at the table. I think I'm just gonna finish playing and finish my lamb. Smacks you in the face with the lamb chop. No. My lamb chop now. Okay, but like now that I said that out loud, I had a cursed thought.
Good. Provide.
What would the D&D equivalent of the medieval times restaurant be?
Oh, ooh, that is a cursed thought.
Because there's gotta be something like that.
I'm drawing a blank. It's kind of hard to think of something suitably entertaining in a world of magic, you know?
Right?
Like something that rides that line of being kind of lame but also kind of entertaining, you know?
Prehistoric times. Yeah, but they could just go to Cholt and see some dinosaurs. And it's really hard to, like, put legitimate thought into this, because the world kinda already is one big Ren fair. That is a fair point, Onyx. Having played Doom of Annihilation, I can tell you, Cholt stinky.
Cholt very stinky.
Cholt the stinkiest.
That feel when you draw things on the wrong layer. Hold on.
Oops.
There we go. Oh well, it's fine. We'll just add another layer under it, and it's totally good.
It's fine. Oh, there's an idea from Sleepy. Restaurants themed on the planes of existence.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Welcome to Shadowfell Sushi. Have a bad day. Have only the finest of really cold cuts of meat for our patron, Shadowfell Sushi. Do you want lamb? Probably have it. I don't know. I mean,
okay, but what would a Mechanist themed one be like?
Welcome to Restaurant. We serve food. The most optimal food is the one we will be serving you. Oh, wait, do I get to order? No, we are order. Is Feywild high dining or a bar and grill? The Fey would find a bar and grill so much more entertaining.
Fey Sports Bar, though.
Fey Sports Bar, yes. Fey ESPN Zone.
Oh
like, they don't quite get it, but they still do it anyway, because it's just that much fun.
There they are. There's the team.
Yeah, there's the lads. Give them your money.
Please.
Give him your money. Alright. Excuse the ding of you can't say that file name like that. There's already a file like that. so before we go on break, I want to thank you, Onyx, for this most cursed thought. Baywild Restaurant is a Dave & Buster's. You are right. You're right, and I hate it, but you're right.
Oh, yes.
When will you be taking criticism, Onyx? When will you be taking criticism? One day, you will have to face judgment, and God may not be so merciful. Thank you all for tuning in so far. We're going to go on a quick break to rest Atwas' hands and for me to go to the bathroom. We will see you all in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, or else. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back. At long last, we are joined by a queen.
Yeehaw, chaps and chapesses.
She is very southern.
Highly.
I'm ready for a rootin' tootin' time.
Alright, well, we're gonna root and toot further on through Sideria, because now that we have gone through the Medusa's Casino, we can go into some southern towns.
Sounds spicy.
Deliciously spicy. Right, I'm looking through the list of the various towns that we had earlier, and I am going to decide which particular location we can take a look at the people who live there in.
We're gonna spy?
We're going to spy, yes.
Gonna cast our scrying spell and take a look right now.
Well, that was easy. Let us go to the town of Forgotten Fingers.
Hell yeah.
Alright. So, for those of you who missed it, Forgotten Fingers is a town out in the middle of the desert that has, like, big old hunks of obsidian rock jutting out around it that look like the fingers of a big old giant hand. And the people who live there might or might not be ex-cons or other people with dark secrets, but they all go there because they want to be left the fuck alone. So naturally, we're gonna spy on them.
Oh my god. I'm totally spying right now.
Oh my god, you're totally a spy. The fingers, they are eyes! So, of the various people that live in Forgotten Fingers, the ones that are perhaps the most noteworthy in terms of I thought of them, the nominal mayor of the town, because it kind of just runs itself, decrees happen whenever, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, usually the mayor just leaves well enough alone, is a goblin by the name of Goat Knuckles.
Damn it! I was gonna draw Mr. Monopoly.
She's not Mr. Monopoly, she's a goblin! Phoenix, not his name? Also no, this has nothing to do with Discord Murder Party. Not everything is a crossover with Discord Murder Party, chat.
You'll get the names right
What?
one day.
Mm-hmm.
Dead hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So Goat Knuckles, the goblin mayor who doesn't do a whole lot of mayoring, she just mostly enjoys the title.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'll draw her.
There is also Bill Grecken. Bill as in the name Bill, and then last name Grekun.
Bill Nye.
Mm-hmm. Who is a captain of the guard and a former pugilist. So he attacks with his fists. And then from, oh, you know, Bill, that's easy to spell, comes, oh god, I'm so sorry, for the next name. Morvecha Nerebatro. Go to hell, everyone trying to spell that. So first name, Mirv Echa, and then last name Nedebatro.
Malvasia.
Marvesha Nedebatro.
Oh my god, hey girl, it's me, Malvasia.
She does not talk like that. Marvesha is a human rogue, like one of the typical, like, no good, low life types that would hang around the bad guy town like Forgotten Fingers, and is also one of the most trusted contacts of the mysterious thief king of Sideria. And those are some of the most notable names of Get the Hell Away From Me Town, which is definitely the name of the town.
What type of outfit would the goblin wear?
Well, we're basing this region on the American Southwest, so if I remember correctly, the dresses in the American Southwest of the upper crust folk were very fancy and had a lot of ruffles.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, Sideria does have a thief king. No one knows his identity, but there is one. And he keeps various rogues and assassins across Sideria from going absolutely crazy, and he keeps them well supplied. I am glad that Google knew exactly what I was looking for when I googled American Southern dress.
Oh, thank you, because I can't find any. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, like that. Big old poofy skirt, little bit of a corset, white poofy shirt.
She got them hips.
You got the gablin hips.
I love drawing wider girls. Like short and squat.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome to dwarf country, then.
Especially if they're wearing dresses, because then I can give them more hip.
Can anyone prove he still exists? Yes, his most trusted advisors have met the Thief King in person. They know better than to squeal, though. You don't squeal on a Thief King. You just don't. He'll kill you.
But what if they're cute?
He'll kill you.
Okay, sounds like a good deal.
You're gonna get killed.
They will kill you, and then you will die.
People die when they are killed.
Oh, spoilers.
You're a spoiler.
How am I a spoiler?
You spoil things. You're a spoiler.
Oh, well, that is just spoiled my day.
Now you know how it feels, spoiler.
I feel like there should be other smaller obsidian spires. It just kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Also, important update from Sleepy. I found a sleepy kitty in a sunbeam.
Very important. Thank you for keeping us updated.
Thank you for the update, Sleepy.
Gonna give her a little jacket as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta stay warm out here in the blazing sun.
Exactly. I'm thinking about towns where the entire mood of the town is just fuck off. Reminding me, God, I'm having a flashback to the early days of Fallen Empires, where... Now, I'm sorry this is going all over the place, but I love that I have a party that enjoys role-playing and acting, because I do that too, and interacting with NPCs is fun. But I'm flashing back to the elf dungeon, where there was a bear that told you all, "Get out! Hi, what's your name? Get out! Can I help you? Get out! How are you able to talk?
Blue Quill.
Get out!"
God. I think maybe we should get out.
Perhaps get out. No, I think I'm onto something. He'll warm up to me eventually.
God, I miss Treblon sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I couldn't figure out what it wanted, but I'm pretty sure it wants us to get out. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the insight. God. That entire dungeon was a fun time. Malifane got fucked up by just clouds of moths.
Clouds of moths. There was a badger fight.
That's right. Then I think that was also the one where someone got nuked by a statue with like an urn or something like that.
I believe
they
so,
basically
yeah.
just got crushed, yeah.
Like, it was essentially a stone golem, so it just walked up and went BAM! BAM!
It was very good.
I think annihilated. I think Malifane again. That was just a dungeon of Malifane getting bodied.
Malifane got very bodied throughout like the first, few levels or so.
Then he took some levels in Fighter, and he would be bodied no longer.
Well...
Well, comparatively, I think Malifane had been down the most out of everybody.
Yeah.
Up until a certain point, yeah.
It was Malifane, and then it was a race between Momo and Treblon for a while.
Jesus, God, yeah, it sure was something.
Get into position! Your position's in the back!
Oh, God, fucking smoke arrow shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Getting bodied by kobolds in the middle of a cloud of smoke that nobody your party can see into. Oh, it was so good.
And then he missed out on evasion when fighting a dragon and stuff. Yeah, and then they all were like, quick, let's go down this straight line! The dragon can't get us here!
I don't have meta-knowledge. I've never had meta-knowledge in my life.
Mm-hmm. Dragon with lightning breath. I am about to do what's called a pro gamer move.
Now, I have my husbands, but I haven't had a wife in a long time. This goblin...
This goblin.
She's cute.
You know, I put the blame for this one mostly on you.
Yeah, no, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her a headscarf. Yeah!
Yeah, what?
I think...
Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
God. No,
go
go
ahead.
on. No, you got it!
Oh my
Alright,
God,
fine.
you hang up first.
No, you hang up first. But yeah, like, one of my design goals for Sideria is don't make it as racist as Irion, because Irion just kind of happened, and everyone hated everyone else. Sideria, like, oh, goblins and hobgoblins make up the majority of the bad guy army? Cool. There are goblins and hobgoblins that settle down in towns? Cool, welcome in.
Listen, Sometimes you just need work, alright?
Yep. Work is work, man.
Everyone's gotta eat.
There we go. Oh, a baby.
It's she, the gob.
She. Oh, looks really cool.
Oh, you're so cute. What's your name? Goat Knuckles!
I forgot that's her name.
Your name is Goat Knuckles, yeah.
Incredible.
I want you to remember every time you look at this goblin that you've decided is just a cute little bean and a wife, her name is Goat Knuckles.
Pretty hot name. Sorry, I'm just looking at the others. What's the info again about the second one?
Bill?
Yeah.
Bill is captain of the guard, so like, pretty stout, pretty stocky. Basically, overweight, corrupt sheriff man.
Oh. Would he dress like a typical sheriff?
I mean, we have suits on a mind flayer, so probably. If we're going
Everyone
American
looks good in this
Southwest.
suit.
Mm-hmm.
Is he human?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Bill and Breveka are human.
Beautiful. You know, I'm gonna make him so repulsive he doesn't even deserve legs. Fuck him.
I can just replace them with bionic legs.
I knew you were gonna do that!
And yet you said your words anyway. Writhe, queen, writhe in your folly.
No.
Please.
God damn it. I deleted his face. See, now he's just got no face. Boy, must Steve feel proud of himself.
Oops, I guess he's a changeling now. His legs are hiding in the ethereal plane.
How does one draw a cowboy hat? One day I'll figure it out.
One day.
Ah, there we go. Oh, it's more pointed up. That's why I keep spreading it out. Gotta
You
tell
gotta
me
go
these things.
up ways.
Yeah. See, chat, little do you all know that Alex wears a cowboy hat every day of his life.
It's true.
I'm pretty sure it's legally required, actually.
Yeah.
There's a picture I saw on the internet of a man in a cowboy hat, sunglasses, big old smile, a pink button-up shirt, and 2 guns in his hand. And then someone commented, "This is just a guy from Texas. If you go to Texas, it's millions of copies of just this guy." And I can confirm, we all look like that down here in Texas.
Thank you. I've always been too scared to ask.
Well, now you know. I'm glad I could open this door for you.
Gonna give him a monobrow.
Guess I just chose to get up and draw Obsidian today, I suppose.
This is what you wanted to do with your life today.
This is what I wanted to do. I think it would be really sick if some of like the taller buildings, maybe like a temple or some other guard tower, the mayor's house, were like partially built into like one of the smaller obsidian spires in the landscape. Why? It just sounds like it'd be fucking sick.
It really does. There's a Sound an effective dead end, or does it have travel through and beyond it both ways? Let me double check the hex map real quick.
It's a good question.
Mm-hmm. It is actually off the side of most major roads. Like, people go to Forgotten Fingers because they don't want to be bothered, and that's not happening if they're on, like, a highway, so... It's desert around them. Maybe a little bit of the wildlands, but the dinosaurs don't want to get close, so mostly desert. A bunch of Electroodons run in, sniff the air. This is not food, this is sadness, and then they leave.
Why? I'm trying to make this guy ugly and he's not ugly!
Sounds like a you problem, Queen.
No, I'm legit trying to make him ugly and he can't, I can't do it!
Sounds like a you problem.
No, the beard's not helping!
I mean, to be fair, it actually is kind of difficult to, go out and try to make someone completely unappealing.
Yeah, here we go.
I mean, if Mr. Gigamelicuddy is the sexiest man alive, today's Since DMP reference, 0.
Alright, what do cowboys wear?
Cowboy shirts.
Oh, you
This
give
is
me a
not
bad
food,
idea
This
now.
is sadness. Fallen Empire's characters every time they eat. Hang on, everything's thrown out of alignment. There we go.
Give him some disgusting chest hair.
Oh my god, chest hair, he's so virile. For real though, cowboy's hot, says Sleepy Sheepy. I mean, yeah, it's the American South. Everyone is hot. The sun is beating down and it's fucking
We
sweltering.
can't escape!
Mhm.
There we go. The mullet makes him a bit ugh. Because fuck cutting your hair.
I got, only tangentially related, but I'm having flashbacks to, I think, mid-90s to early 2000s. People in Marvel Comics were like, alright, we gotta do some redesigns of our characters so that they don't look really silly in their 60s outfits. What should Dr. Octopus look like? And then someone slammed their hands down on the table. Give Dr. Octopus a mullet!
God, you're so right. Go home, take my keys, and fuck my wife.
And that's how Dr. Octopus got a mullet.
Also, we need more belts.
More belts.
More belts.
Is the last person male or female?
Merveca?
Yes.
Mervecha, rather. Mervecha is female.
Female. Oh my god, she woomph.
Now, Sleepy complaining about Darius being a very hot character voice and personality-wise, but the reference photo is of the Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Okay, you don't blame that one on Scott. That one's me. That one is entirely me looking for reference photos. For my one shot. Okay, so I have some very bad news. The world is going to think I've gone crazy because I'm trying to look up photos of Dr. Octopus's mullet and I can't find any on Google.
No.
I swear it exists. I swear he's got a mullet. You have to believe me.
I don't believe you.
Are we living in the Berenstain universe? Where Doc Ock never had a mullet, I just remember him having it?
Oh god. Full Mandela effect.
Full Mandela effect.
I see the problem.
Yeah, none of those work, Onyx. None of them work. There is no picture of Doc Ock with the mullet. It's just Alfred Molina all the way down! It's Alfred Molina, one thing from the Insomniac game. No mullet.
Well. Oops.
And then there's one from a comic where some guy stole the octopus tentacles and Doc Ock and Spider-Man had to fight him. He doesn't have a mullet.
You've got me looking. Fuck.
Listen, it's very important. We've got to find this fucking mullet.
Yeah, I'm just finding all the old designs. Which were special in their own unique ways.
Doc Ock, designs through the years.
There we go.
You get a scarf. You get a scarf.
Oh, hang on.
Oh?
Hang on!
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hang the fuck on! No, I know it's somewhere. We might have a hit from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go away real quick. There! There! It's a fucking mullet! I'm not crazy!
Oh my god. Oh, it's incredible. There's just so much going on.
It's such a fucking mess!
Fucking ugly ass vinyl looking olive green Matrix trench coat bullshit with the fucking purple lenses that don't even look like they're attached to any frame, just stuck
Fucking
there.
disgusting!
Oh.
He's got a mullet!
Incredible. Thank you.
Glorious.
Thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome.
See, this girl gets all the belts.
Oh, fuck yeah. Belts, baby.
Belts. Also, why are you slamming Doc Ock like that? Green Gobbo's right there.
I was literally just slamming that particular Doc Ock, okay?
Yeah, that Doc Ock is a mess. Green Goblin is just always a mess. I'm trying to think of a single instance where it's been a good costume on the Green Goblin, and there's none.
I mean, you can't really make Green Goblin intense, can you?
They tried in the OG movies. They sure fucking tried.
Yeah. Norman Osborn is intense. The Green Goblin suit is not.
I will say I will differentiate between it as a costume, and there are definitely quite a few, like, man, I don't fucking know how Marvel works, all the fucking alternate universes and shit.
Huh?
But, nah, there are definitely some that are more sinister than others, but definitely not costumes.
Oh yeah, I think, like, Ultimate Green Goblin is basically the Hulk but on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Imagine if they got Willem Dafoe back. I've got some great news, Onyx. I've got some great news.
Oh.
That's Dafoe's laugh in the trailer.
Oh my god.
Fucking excellent.
Feel free to, like, smack me in the face if it turns out I'm wrong and that's archive footage of Willem Dafoe. But I'm pretty sure that's Willem Dafoe.
Sorry, can we just appreciate I've used like 3 different styles here?
Hey, it's just be like that sometimes.
It's like my normal style for the bottom one, whatever the fuck that is for the top, and then just my chibi style.
An adventure in art.
Oh my god.
Alright. And it is saved.
Excellent.
We did it.
We did it, chat.
Goodbye, wife. Our 5-minute relationship was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And then she fucking died.
I can't believe it.
Alright. So I flipped a coin for where to go next, and the coin said the big dwarven city of Kogladar. Kogladar is basically what happens when you start building a sprawling dwarven forge in mountain terrain, realize there's a lot more desert than mountains, and then start building for the desert right on top of your forges. So, like, having not played Red Dead Redemption 2, my best way to describe it is there's, like, towns at the side of the road that are made to, like, get taken down once all the gold rushing's done, and then there's the big-ass western cities, and this is the big-ass western city.
Nice.
So, couple of notable people in Kogladar. There are plenty, but these are the ones we can focus on for today. First off, a dwarven prospector by the name of Shiren Merricrow. First name, Shiren. And then last name, Merri. Crow is in the bird.
Oh.
No, dwarven queen. He needs to be smaller.
Oh.
There we go. Perfect. Alright. Second. Hjalgarn Keenblood. Hjalgarn. Keen, as in Commander Keen. Blood, as in the thing that goes through your body.
Got it.
Yeah. Who is a dwarven barbarian and the last descendant of the founders of Kogladar.
I see Prospector, and all I can think of is the Prospector from Toy Story 2.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Good.
Then there is an orc named Drukzul Giant Gouger. First name, Druk Zull. Giant Gouger. Both of those are words. Who is an orc who was granted honorary dwarven citizenship based on sheer hatred of and killing of giants.
Nice.
Yeah. The dwarves are like, yeah, we vibe with that. Oh, wait, sorry. The dwarves are like, well, we vibe with that.
Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm.
They can be Scottish too.
They can, but consider American Southwest.
Fuck you, Americans.
Something other than Scottish for dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
For once.
Once. And then, last but certainly not least, because it's a big city with a lot of interesting characters, in the darker side of the city, there is a gnoll named Esnab. E-S-N-A-B. Who is a gnoll serial killer who stalks victims throughout the night before finally pouncing.
Nice.
You know, just in case you thought, oh, it's a city, nothing bad can happen in here. Wrong, motherfucker! Get gnoll stabbed!
I like gnolls. I just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat. The lo-fi is beeping very aggressively at me and making me question, is this really lo-fi?
We transcend the definitions of lo-fi every day, I guess.
Dum, 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 goes the lo-fi. Like, wow. Calm your tits, lo-fi. Also, yes, very good penmanship. Thank you, Atwas.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So are all gnolls in Sideria, are they all influenced by Yunogu or nah, or how's that going?
The vast majority of them are influenced by Yinoku.
Okay. Alright,
Some are just straight up bastards.
I like hyenas. I'm gonna draw a gnoll.
Go for it. 'Cause I can't draw animals.
Today is the day you draw by a big-ass hyena.
I don't want it.
Do it, or no soup for you.
Well, I don't like soup, so fuck you.
Do it, or soup for you.
Oh, you hoe. God, soup is the worst.
Interesting take.
It's like, I don't get soup. I've spoken about this before, but it's like, it's just water with stuff in it to me.
Generally, there is broth and seasonings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
you just like,
more than water.
you put your spoon in, you start eating it or whatever, and then like, it never depletes. So you're not really doing much.
What kind of soup have you been eating?
What fucking soup?
Endless soup, baby?
Yeah, apparently.
Have you found the endless soup bowl rumored to hide in Britain?
It's like every soup I've ever had, which I think has been like 3, it's like I'll have like about 10 spoonfuls of me like, oh, the bowl's still full. I don't really want this anymore. It's not good.
My condolences.
The only soup I've had that I really liked, I'm not sure if this even counts as soup, but it has soup in the name, so I'm gonna say yes, is cheddar cheese soup from the Canada Pavilion at Epcot.
What? Oh, you've told me about this.
Yeah. It's basically, what if soup, but it was cheese?
Oh no, I think that's one of the ones I wanted to try. 'Cause cheese.
Because cheese, yeah.
You are cheese.
Actually untrue.
I've been paid by cheese. My life has been sponsored by cheese.
You've been paid to lie? You've been paid to say falsehoods on stream and commit slander against me by proclaiming me to be cheese?
Now, how would that be slander? I think that's a good compliment, to be honest.
Well, it's not true, so it's slander.
Chat, I think he's just shy to reveal the truth.
You have seen me, Queen. You have seen what I look like, and it's not cheese.
So, could be disguise.
It's not a fucking hat of disguise. Cheese cannot wear the hat of disguise.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yes, with that attitude, I'm the DM. I make rules arbitrations on how the hat of disguise works, and Cheese cannot wear it.
Alright, Cheese, who's this guy beginning with H?
You are not going to gaslight girl boss gatekeep me.
Hey, who's the guy beginning with H?
Who are you asking?
You, human Alex Beckham.
Kjalgarn Keenblood.
Yes.
Dwarven barbarian who is the last descendant of the founders of the city.
Okay, boy or girl?
Boy.
What does he do?
He's mostly like an idle rich, goes around in like the old mountainous parts of the cities, being like, yeah, my people used to own that. Check out my muscles. I'm gonna go arm wrestle at the bar.
Ooh, I've got an idea. Also, Atwas, I love this knoll. It reminds me of, have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
Do you know Envy?
Yeah.
The one scene where Envy's a dog.
Is this in FMA or Brotherhood?
Brotherhood.
I'd have to look it up. It's been a hot second, but I believe you.
So his job is dude bro. I'm dude broing it up, but yeah, he does nothing and just has a lot of money.
I can't believe Caliban's a dwarf now.
I figured it out. I figured out a better metaphor. He's Gaston.
He's Gaston. Oh, good.
He's Gaston, and not the Luke Evans Gaston, because the live-action Beauty and the Beast remake was a piece of shit.
Hey! Take that back.
Never.
Alright, it wasn't... I prefer the original, but it wasn't crap.
It was... God. There's not a single bit of that movie that I thought was good. I lied. Sorry, Evermore was a good song.
Yeah, I was gonna say!
That's the only part of the movie that was good. And I wish they would have kept If I Can't Love Her instead, because it's a better song.
Fair enough. They're actually, the place I went to see Heather's, they're doing Beauty and the Beast there now, so I might go and watch it.
Belle, I have this mysterious other artifact that can teleport anywhere in the world. Oh cool, do you use it for anything? Nah. Can I use it for anything? Nah. It would be really helpful in, freeing my father. It would, yeah. I'm just gonna ride off on my horse instead. Okay.
How do I... Oh, it's the other way. I can draw hands.
Sleepy, I have some bad news. You're trying to argue that serial killers can be good boys if they're good doggos? Hyenas are not dogs. Also, that's a fully sentient man. But hyenas are also not dogs. That is a grown-ass man making his own decisions, and those decisions are murder.
This guy is an asshole. Whoop whoop.
No one drinks like Kjalgarn. Now, if he were based on an African painted dog instead, he would still be a bad boy. African painted dogs are murderous assholes.
They're fucking awesome.
They're awesome, and they're murderous as all hell.
The 3 painted dogs at the Phoenix Zoo are called the Spice Girls because their names are, I think it's Cinnamon, Nutmeg, and Pepper. They're just great. I love them very much.
They are amazing. And they'll kill you. Fun fact, female hyenas also have guy parts. That is true. Twitch, if you're listening, I'm talking about nature. I am talking about animals and biology found in nature. So do not take me down for this. But in my college animal behavior class, we had 3 full days of talking about hyenas and their pseudo-penis.
Yes, college. People haven't grown up yet.
Nope. This was a grown-ass woman who was like, alright, I know how to reach these kids. Talk about pseudo-penises.
I will say, do some more research into hyenas if you ever get the chance, because they're fucking awesome.
Hyenas are rad. Yeah. They are way cooler than the Lion King portrayed them as.
Oh, is there another one?
Yes.
Ooh. Orc, honorary different citizenship, giant hatred. Alright, is this guy moody?
He's a grumpy old orc who used to kill a whole lot of giants. Now, he spends a lot of his time just getting paid to be on guard in the desert. Nothing attacks. Nothing attacks the Kagladar from outside. He doesn't do much with his day. He's just bored, man.
Fair. Does he have any, like, notable scars or anything?
Yes. Let's see, giants usually do bludgeoning, so it wouldn't be like a cut scar, it would be like the right rest of his chest is a little bit sunken in from being whacked with a rock.
Ah, yeah, I see. See the death now.
Yeah, because the majority of giants in Sideria would be hill giant and stone giant. There are some frost giants, but they're up north, where Druxel is not. Yeah, large-scale bludgeoning is like misset bones and cavities. Yeah, like, well, the good news is your ribcage is back in place. The bad news is, ish.
What's his weapon of choice?
Weapon of choice is a greatsword.
I see. He's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Wish a giant could knock my jaw into place. Giant surgery would save me a lot of time. You know, more of the economy should focus on giants. We already have giant-based space travel. Why not giant-based chiropractors? I fix spine! Stomp! That will be $100.
But I don't have any money.
I unfix your spine! Stomp! What do you mean giant-based space travel? Allow me to introduce you to a little-known game made by a close personal friend of mine, Todd Howard.
It just works.
It just works.
I did it.
You did it.
He's having a good time.
Everything is great here.
That's a good voice.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, sorry. Everything is great here.
Everything.
Because it's the American Southwest.
You're the American Southwest.
It's true, the American Southwest, and especially Texas, is hundreds of thousands of clones of the one guy. I think, what other practical uses for giants would there be that would improve modern society?
This is a little bit off topic. I remember when I used to play West Marches, which, for those who don't know, it's D&D, but it's like different games of D&D sort of happening at once, but it all takes place in the same universe, so sometimes the games can cross over with each other, etc., and you can switch DMs or whatever. But I played it on my campus, and the first time I did it, we played on this island called Sparrow Falls, and we knew that there was a war coming. We knew that there was like these dragons or whatever that were going to attack. So what one of the groups did is that somehow they got access to one wish spell, and they decided that their wish was going to be to summon 32 giant gorillas to help fortify Sparrow Falls.
32.
Yes.
Okay.
It might have been more. I just remember, like, a load. And I remember they had to write down on the whiteboard, like, specifically what they were asking for. And it was, like, specifically building this and doing that. And these apes are going to do this. These apes are going to do that. And I think it took up half of the whiteboard. And it was allowed.
And not just wish the invasion away, listen! That's the easiest wish to subvert, alright? They move about a foot backwards. Eat shit.
It was such a good game.
Yeah, giant-based transport, like Onyx suggested, is probably the only thing I could really think of for use of giants in modern society. Giants can stop giant rocks from destroying the world, but can they stop Roland Emmerich with Moonfall coming to theaters 2022?
God.
I can't fucking believe Roland Emmerich found a way to make a movie even dumber than Independence Day 2.
God. That campaign was ridiculous. Do you want to know how we beat the big dragon at the end?
With 33 giant gorillas?
No. What happened is that my friend, who would later become my housemate, Mr. Meme Lord that they were, somehow managed to climb inside the dragon and they had this bag of like these magic beans which they used and abused for the like latter half of the game. They dropped one inside the dragon and rolled to where it spawned a pyramid that grew inside the dragon and made it explode.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
It was nice seeing the DM's reaction. It was like they built this whole campaign thing up, and we had like another hour left as well, and it just finished.
Listen, man, you gotta be prepared for the distinct possibility that your characters will kill the big bad evil guy in one round.
True.
That's what D&D is.
Whether that is beans or open mouth insert folding boat.
Mm-hmm. Is Esnap done?
Yep.
Cool. Alright. I am saving this then.
Okay.
Alright. So, we could go to another dwarven town, but I'm looking at other locations. And hey, Atwas, how do you feel about drawing monsters?
I love drawing monsters.
Let's go into the wilderness, shall we?
Yeah, let's go!
Alright. So, out in the wilderness of the desert, there are some nasty, nasty creatures. There is the leader of the bandits that run around the desert, a half-elf, half-tiefling bandit leader named Mormaris Sparkling. Mormaris. Spark, as in the word, and then ling at the end of it.
Was it elf or half elf?
Half elf, half tiefling.
Okay.
There is an ancient orc warlord named Utol the Forsaken. This one's relatively easy to spell, actually. That is correct, actually. You got it. An ancient orc warlord who was imprisoned in the depths of a magic library in the desert and forced to read.
No!
And then, once we get the description done, last but not least, from the depths of Acheron, having crossed over into the material plane, the Acherite Prowler. Acherite. Prowler. So, it is this big, like, prowling cat-like creature that stalks some of the caverns and mines of the desert and slaughtered entire underground villages. It's big, and it's nasty, and I have a bigger description of it here that I can post in call.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Basically, oh, big kitty. Big kitty rips a man apart in one swing. Bad kitty.
Ooh. I'm liking that.
Lovely. I will leave that one to you then.
It shall be done.
Alright, I'll take the elf tiefling.
Elfling. Elfling.
What are they like?
Mormaris?
Yes.
So, the desert bandits are the typical, like, Western people you'd expect to whoop and holler while they rob a train. Mormaris is, like, very affable, like, the kind of guy you'd find in the saloon being like, well, howdy there, neighbor. Care for a game of poker? And they'd be vaguely threatening, but vaguely polite the whole time.
Ooh. Can't draw a straight line!
Fun fact, if you make a dot and you hit shift and then drag, it'll do a straight line for you.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Would he have long hair or short hair?
Short hair, probably.
Alright.
Are they dressed like cowboys, though? This is important. Of course they're dressed like cowboys. It's the American Southwest region of Sideria.
I'm gonna laugh if you make this campaign now and the group just stays in one location.
That would be very hard to do.
It's literally the antithesis of the point of the campaign.
Yeah. The point of the campaign is exploration, motherfucker.
But I don't wanna. I'll stay here.
Guess you're not roll a different character then.
Alright. Roll a different character. The Acolyte Prowler approaches. What do? I want to stay here. For whatever reason, I was thinking of ways to dissuade players from staying there, and a lot of them turned into rocks while everyone dies, which then turned into me thinking about Fallout 4's engine had enemies continue to be aggressive even during dialogue.
Hey, I'm your companion, and I'm really happy that you've been doing my quest line, so I'm gonna, give you a bit more of my backstory as a super mutant suicider sprints towards us.
Boom! My leg!
God.
One of my favorites is, talking to someone outside a casino, and then a nuke gets dropped on the casino mid-conversation.
God.
Why can't you talk about something nice for a change? Boom!
God. I work at Game Now and they sell Fallout so cheap. It's like £2.
Which one?
4 and 76 sell for about like 4 to 6.
Sounds about right.
Does the Prowler get dissuaded easily from destroying towns? No, they're all underground and they're all delicious. Does the Prowler have stats and how beefy is it? Haven't finished statting it yet. If you're a party of level 4 with no companions, I would recommend being at least level 11 before heading into Prowler territory, is where he sits right now.
Oh, he's part tiefling. Oh, I gotta put horns, like, out of his thing.
Hey, hat's never gonna come off, even if you're, riding a trusty steed across the deserts.
A true gentle never removes his hat, no matter how uncomfortable it gets.
Oh, don't. No, I can't have another fucking husband!
That's too fucking bad, ain't it, Queen?
How dare you?
I imagine you're in a situation where this is a wandering super boss. You want to go mining? Go ahead.
I will mine the shit out of you.
Yeah, there's gold in them thar hills. Go for it. Go mining. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
See, this is why I shouldn't play in this game, because I'm just going to be all over your NPCs.
I imagine you're just gonna be all over the NPCs, then actual succubus shows up. Meh.
Nah. I don't need no succubae.
Gold, and also giant murder cat with foot-long claws that can rip through flesh like butter. Consider incubus, though. Alright, so here's something to consider that I incorporate into my D&D games. Succubi and incubi. Gender fluid. Someone's like, I'm not into girls. Succubus is like, okay, shakes their head, shakes their whole body a bit, they turn into an incubus. How about now?
Oh, okay.
Good girl.
Later.
Listen, succubi are creatures of desire. It makes no sense for them to be stopped by, sorry, I'm gay.
In the workplace, being gay has its perks.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, look at this dude.
Look at him.
I'm gonna draw one of these characters with the top button done up. But not today.
And I will leave my cravat off.
Oh, you hoe.
D&D games, I'm letting one of my players have advantage against Strahd's charm effects because they're playing a lesbian. You know what? Fair. Strahd is many things, but Strahd is not gender fluid. Though, I will say, I saw recently on DM's Guild that there's a book that does some gender swapping of characters in Curse of Strahd, and then writes about how the setting is affected by all that.
Yeah, it's really good apparently.
Apparently, I don't have it, but it looks really neat.
I did it.
You
He's
did
beautiful.
Hmm?
I'll give him a little drink as well. You've had a long day, my dude.
A
I'll
little
take you a
drink of iced tea.
You want some ice? Absolutely, you can have some iced tea.
Iced tea to go with my turkey dinner.
I'm not drawing a turkey dinner.
You will draw me a turkey dinner.
There.
Now I have you in my power.
You're the worst.
Oh, you.
And Utol the Forsaken. Oh my god, he's got to read a book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello. I'm just going through a brief history of time. It's fascinating. I wonder how it can be applied to warfare and battle.
He sounds like Happy Son.
I was going for Winston Overwatch.
I've never played Overwatch.
Well, I can't recommend it now.
You're not missing too much.
God.
And also, you know, the whole Blizzard thing, but...
Also,
Yeah.
you know, Blizzard.
I played it a grand total of about 5 minutes before I realized it was very laggy on my laptop, so I was like, not for me.
We have to save the world. Very slowly.
Actually, I was commissioned recently to voice, Tracer in some audio thing. That was interesting.
Nice.
The less chat knows about it, the better.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm good never touching Overwatch again. I hear they canceled Overwatch 2 over this, and I'm like, sure, fine.
Oh, damn.
Oh, seriously? Damn.
Probably, yeah. But all this is making me think, we hear your concerns about the workplace, and we will address them with the one step that'll really matter. Renaming McCree.
God.
Christ.
Yeah, we decided to go back to the roots and name him something else that is, reflective of the cowboy era. So we went with the classic cowboy actor, John Wayne, to start with. And then we added a name that we thought would really fit the futuristic aesthetic. Gacy. So we'd like to introduce John Wayne Gacy.
Jesus Christ.
We regret to inform that after some research, we can no longer call McCree John Wayne Gacy.
Would this guy have any scars?
Several.
Okay.
I kept trying to argue that I've been in more battles than there are books in this library, but the library disagrees with me.
He took an axe to the head. That looks very Harry Potter-esque. Bless you.
Sort of.
Thank you. Is the library sentient at all? Yes, actually.
Oh my god.
The library is run by the books in the library, which all have like a collective hive mind intelligence. I just thought it was neat.
You're
It
neat.
is neat.
This guy is gonna have his shirt buttoned up.
Is Mr. Fox librarian like in Tomb of Annihilation? No. This campaign focuses more on Acheron than Gehenna.
God. Sometimes you just have to draw posh guys wearing glasses and cravats. It's just the thing. It's been so long.
Ah, yes, your music choice is impeccable.
Mhm. Do these books have a hierarchy or chain of command? You know, now that you bring it up, they probably do. This is not the sort of thing I thought about, but that sounds like such a cool idea, I'm making it work now. They hail the almighty reference guide. Who knows where all the books are?
God. That's my favorite and also least favorite thing when I talk about OCs, when somebody asks me a question that I'd never even considered the answer for.
Sometimes you get some really good stuff from it.
Mm-hmm.
I think mostly it's reference guides at the top, and then it goes by age for the hierarchy of the books. Like, oh, the ancient religious texts, they think they're so great because they're so old. Well, guess what? I'm a pop-up book, and I think I'm cool. Give the library 50 Shades of Grey. They don't accept Mormon propaganda. Oh wait, no, it's Twilight that's Mormon propaganda. 50 Shades is Mormon propaganda fanfiction. My bad. I'm looking at the Acolyte Prowler, the rattlesnake tail with the stinger, much appreciated.
Yes.
I'm just picturing you just hear this loud echoing rattle down in the mines, and everyone collectively shits their pants.
It just scrapes it along the fucking rock walls every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It likes to taste your fear.
It sure does. Yeah. One of my goals for the Acolyte Prowler encounters is this thing is lightning fast. It moves slowly because it knows you will not escape. It's like Jason Voorhees rules, basically.
Hell yeah.
The Prowler is sentient, as I just kind of inadvertently, indirectly stated. It comes from Acheron, which is a dimension of bloodshed and war forever and ever. So this thing evolved to cause as much death as possible, and for that to happen, it has to be smart and spooky.
I imagine the spines are also probably barbed a little bit, but I'm thinking it doesn't have eyes. I'm sure it has some kind of like true sight or blind sight or whatever nonsense, but I don't know, me out here thinking about actual, like, cave animal adaptations, sensor spines, I just think it's neat, okay?
It's just real neat. It can hear and smell real well, I can tell you that right now. The sound designer in me is just bursting with ideas.
All right. Ba-da-ba-da. I'm really proud of this elf tiefling guy.
Yeah. It looks
Actually,
real
I'm gonna
nice.
Thank you. I'm gonna make his horns a bit more showy by giving them some color.
We got some color. And then some color for the turkey dinner.
No, it's bland.
Guess I'll have to color in the turkey dinner myself.
Go for it. I'd play poker with this guy. Strength of the mountain.
One day I will have the strength to belt that again.
You're almost there. Your improvement's been really good recently, actually.
Thank you. Recovery is very slow. I'm on the last couple of weeks where I should be on 4 Prevacid a day.
Nice.
Now comes the weaning off, and I am hoping by the end of these 12 weeks, something happens. That being said, the cough has come back. I am relatively certain it's ragweed, though, and not anything to do with symptoms are worsening.
That's
Fair.
good.
Honestly, now the winter months are coming, it will probably die off anyway.
Yeah, ragweed's only around for 1 month, so I'm not too worried about that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you want to add anything to the turkey dinner, go ahead. I am your waitress, and I will give you whatever you need. More Maris.
More turkey dinner.
You can have as many turkey dinners as you want, as long as you're paying.
Of course I'm paying. Well, it's more like the fine folk down here in Sideria are paying, but who's counting?
Well, that's fine. Someone better be paying it, because if nobody's paying, I'll kill you.
You're welcome to try, little lady.
I'm not little.
Ain't that adorable?
I hate you! When I get some free time, I might actually draw this guy proper. He's really nice.
I can't believe.
Wait, is his last name Sparkling?
Yes.
Yes.
1 second. I did it!
Sparkling. He probably would cast, like, prestidigitation to do that.
How dare he! See, the worst thing is, he's the kind of character I'd fall in love with, but as these games be, I'd probably make a character who doesn't like him.
Yeah. My name is Grumpus McTumbus, and I don't like any NPC.
Gabriel is dead. Sparkling is my new husband.
At long last, Gabriel's dead. Finally, we are free!
Well, you would be Gabriel, but only hell awaits now.
Finally!
Atwas, how does one draw a dog?
I look up picture of tiger, put it on monitor in front of tablet, and go from there.
Go from there. What coloring is the Prowler? Jet black.
Nice. Marriage with Escal has ended. Dude, the marriage with Escal never even started. We still need to do that!
Yeah! Escal's not married yet.
We're all a little busy right now.
Yeah.
I'm half tempted to when the party gets back up from Mule Room, get a recap. Oh, XYZ went across the land, taking out some of the enemy armies, and blah blah blah. Oh, we did the most important thing. Escal and I got married. Oh, did you help out? Nah. Though to be fair, half a heart, they're not really gonna want to be on the front lines anyway, so...
Yeah.
They don't invite Mal to the wedding out of spite. No! That's horrible! To be fair, Escal was never invited to the first one, so...
Yeah. Escal was not invited to the first one. He was a little busy. I'm reminded of a ClickHole article. 5 times the fox from Splash Mountain said he was going to marry my dad, and trying to think about how to apply that to Fallen Empires, because it's very important that we do. He looked me right in the eyes and said, "I'm going to marry your librarian boy. We're going to have vows, and they're going to be very long and very slow, and the only thing people are allowed to bring for refreshments will be warm water, boy."
No, I imagine that if they got married, Quintessa would, like, write this full-on novel for him for the vows, and Eskel's just like, back at you, babe.
Yeah. Same to you.
My brain is clay.
Now see, chat's saying Corellian said he was going to marry my party members. Mr. Fox wanted to fuck up the lives. You're not getting the energy of the animatronic fox on Splash Mountain addressed me by my name and told me he was going to marry my dad. So I'm just going to leave that in the chat for everyone to peruse once we get done with the stream, which shouldn't be too long now. We're just finishing up some touches on the Acolyte Prowler.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, there's an energy to this article. It is a treat. Are you confused, Piper? Are you confused that the animatronic fox is going to marry your dad?
That was pretty straightforward, all things considered.
It's spelled out pretty clearly, Piper.
There's your Prowler. Perfect for not seeing.
Perfect. Amazing. Alright. Saving this. Alright. I'll gather these up and put them in the fan server later, but for right now, that is the end of our stream. Thank you all so much for joining us on another adventure through Sideria as we went through some exciting characters, and also a terrifying monster that one day I will stat and we can scare the crap out of our players with. It'll be fun. Now, normally there'd be questions, but I'm very tired, and I want to go to bed. So, no questions tonight. Eat shit, chat. I love you.
Later.
Later, nerds. Bye-bye.
Bye.